Hi everyone, this is Sandy Crying with the Heart, and I'm back with kind of what I think will be an ongoing series here on my channel. I know a lot of YouTubers do what is actually one of my favorite things to watch, which is they cut or stamp new product that they've gotten and they show you what it looks like. And so I love watching those videos, especially if they have projects attached to it. So I also like haul videos as well. So I'll continue to do haul videos because some people really, enjoy those. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. If I show you something that is from overseas and it's something that you are interested in finding out more about, feel free to email me at scoop71@yahoo.com, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have about anything that I get that I say is from overseas. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with this project right here. So I use this die, which I got from overseas. I actually had cut it out and just decorated it and didn't put it on a project, but I cannot find that cut out anywhere. I have no idea where it went. So hopefully it will reappear. So I use this. And I also used this winter big scripty words from Lawn Fawn, which I really enjoy. I haven't used the stamp set. I really only use the dies. But this is the project that I made. And so I used this paper pad. It's a hot buy from Michaels. It's called the North Pole Gazette. It's kind of a vintage, a little bit more masculine paper pad, and I just had some scrap that I'm trying to use up. And so all I did was cut out the die, and behind the light I put a yellow piece of cardstock and I stickled it. And then I used this really cool stuff that I got from Craft Stash, and I'm sure I've had this kind of thing before, but it wasn't from this company. Something snow. I actually still have it, but I think it might be old, so I don't know if it'll still even work. But basically what you do is you put it on your project and then you heat it with your heat gun and it puffs up and it really gives this look of snow. And so it gives it some dimension. It will flatten if you mail it. They'll put stuff on top of it and it'll flatten. But if you handle it fairly carefully and don't put heavy stuff over it, then it will last until the recipient gets it usually. And so all I did was do that. And then I popped it up on some foam squares. And then I did my sentiment right here in a foil paper. And I think it's just a really pretty card. So anyway, this is called Cosmic Shimmer Fluffy Stuff. And that is, I got it from Craft Stash. So there's that project. All right, so next I'm going to talk about this box. So this box also came from overseas. And I'd forgotten that I'd even ordered it because it'd been a while. So it comes with a couple of bows. They're pretty basic bows. But anyway, the box is kind of funky. It's kind of an odd shape. And it doesn't stay closed really well. So that's why I made a belly band. So I made a belly band for it. And then I used one of the bows, or I made a bow. Using that bow die. And so I just pull it off like that. You can see it doesn't stay closed. And it opens like so. And it does fit a gift card. So I think it'd be really cute used like that. You probably could put something inside of it to kind of elevate it a little bit, or you could even just put, shred in there. And it just, see, it doesn't close. It doesn't stay closed. So I don't know if I need to do a better job creasing it or what, but it is kind of a funky die. I mean, when you put it together, you're kind of like, huh? I mean, it does work. It's a little odd. But anyway, that's my project for that one. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about this house die, which also came from overseas. And so there's like 5,000 pieces and I already lost a piece. So be really careful when you have these dies with 5 zillion pieces. Normally I put them on magnet sheets, kind of out of magnet sheets right now. And so the bag it was in like ripped. That wasn't the reason why I lost it. I lost it when I was trying to pop something out of it and the die went flying and I haven't yet found it yet. So it's really tiny. We'll see if I can find it. But it makes a super cute house. I did lose my tree because I had made enough trees for all 3 houses, but I only have 2 trees. I don't know what happened to the other tree. But anyway, I made 2 in this yellow. Excuse me. And I made a couple of these trees. And then I made this one in red. Okay. And so I used for my project with this house, I use this Avery L snow caps, and I use these little funky line things to make my snow drifts. It's a really cool die because it does these mountains and then it has these like parts that you can put snow on it. So it's pretty cool die. Anyway, I just used the snow drifts and I placed my house in there. And then I did some stickling. So I stickled, you know, the snow here and over here and on the tree. And then I used that fluffy stuff and I dotted all over my black cardstock. And then I used my heat gun to puff it up. So it is puffed up and dimensional. Very, very cute. And then I just attached this here. And then this is the back side of my tag. So my tags, I would normally put a mat and a to from if I'm going to place this on a gift. But I'm going to be working on I haven't done it yet because I was still debating the paper I was going to use. But I think I'm using traditional colors. So I'm thinking that I might use these tags for that project. So because of that, I'm leaving it blank because then it could be used as a photo mat. But there's that. Okay, so now I'm going to show you 2 dies from Tonic Studios. And these, got some stuff on my... So anyway, these dies I also got from Craft Stash. They were on clearance. They were, I want to say like 80% off or 70% off. They were a huge discount. So this was like $4 or $5, and so was this one. And this one here makes a penguin and a snowman, and the little round pieces also are used for the penguin. The thing that's, and also the scarf. I mean, there's a lot of pieces that you use for both. But one of the things I didn't like was that the snowman didn't have a hat. So he looks super ridiculous, I think, without a hat. So I'll tell you what I did to fix that. And then this one, I haven't figured out how to make these little flag things work because it's not really, the die isn't made already like that. You kind of have to create those flags. So I'll show you in a second what I mean. But anyway, I love the font, and it says Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. You could use the happy and the merry other places. But anyway, see, it's got these pieces right here that somehow I think make it, I don't know. It's just a little odd, but still came out really cute. So those are the dies that I used. And then here are my penguin cuts. I'll show you the penguin cuts first. So here's the penguin. And I did it 2 ways. So this penguin has its earmuffs, super cute. I used this plaid, the scarf, and I used feet. So in the picture, it shows ice skates. So I made feet, or it came with a feet die, which I think is super cute. So I did that. And then for some reason, he looks skinnier than this one. So I don't know why this one looks skinnier. But anyway, I used the skates for this one. And then because my snowman didn't have a hat, I put earmuffs on him, and I think it looks a lot better with the earmuffs. So I put earmuffs on him. And then here is my project. And so I made a tag. And for him, I used another die that I had in my stash to do the hat. So I made the hat for him, and then I put that fluffy stuff on it and went ahead and used my heat gun on it. And this is that sentiment die. And I really, really love it. I mean, I love the font. I think the font's very pretty. So I used a silver glitter paper for the mat, and then for the words, I used mirrored cardstock from Tonic. And then I used, these are stickers from Hobby Lobby, and the back is just green. So same thing for the other that I did for the other mat, is that I may be using this for another project. So if I'm going to put it on a present, then I will put the to and from on the back of it. Or sometimes I use a gold pen and just write to and from. I have fairly neat handwriting, so that's what I'll do. Anyway, that is the first go around. I have so many dies that I've purchased recently, and also from Tuesday morning. So I'm going to try and use them and do my cutting and everything so that I have a stash of things that I can start working from. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. This is Cindy, Creating with a Heart.